Hello, and welcome into the Views from Sideline podcast, our March Madness special. We're back as always. I've got Malik with me, as usual. But then we have Sammy Taormina and my brother Jordan Tysick. And we're back for 2026. Super excited to break down the bracket. But yeah, let's go through. Sammy, who are you? Introduce yourself for those that don't know.
Hello, I'm Sammy Taormina here, host of OI Now, host of BT between Taorminas. Also, my of course, I have another podcast also called Last Three Brain Cells, and of course, I am the 2026 ONTV Fantasy Football Champion.
Yeah. We know, we heard. Unfortunately.
Oh, shout out my kids at Oakview Middle School and my principal, Nick Garcia.
But glad to have Sammy back, as always. Interested to see his hot takes. See how far he's going to put Michigan State this year. He's typically our Michigan State slappy. And then Jordan, introduce yourself. What are you up to? How are things?
Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm Joey's brother. Been featured on here a couple times. Also the owner of a new barbershop here in Ortonville, Michigan. The Porch Barbershop and Salon. Me and my girlfriend do all types of work. We do anything related to hair. So be sure to give us a follow on Instagram and stop on by.
Nice. And Malik, how about that Big Ten tournament?
Happy to be back. Rough ending for Michigan at the end, but hey, Big Ten teams beat each other up all season.
Right.
Couldn't be a perfect ending, but 31-3 isn't too bad.
No.
Would you say that, Sammy? How was
No
31-3?
comment. No comment.
It's not too bad.
Oh, yeah.
No comment.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Big Ten tournament, Sammy?
No comment.
Plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth.
Fair enough. Okay, so you guys ready to just get right into it then?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also, shouts out to Pontiac High School. Tough end to the season, but a lot of progress. Go Phoenix.
Alrighty, so here we go. We're going to break down this bracket one by one. And right off the bat, the number one seed in the entire country, we got Duke playing Siena. Anybody got it?
No, I got Duke.
Okay, that's all I
Yeah.
got.
No reason to even
reason.
entertain it.
I think Duke is just far and away better. Unfortunately, Siena is not that 16 seed. Ohio State, TCU. Big Ten, Ohio State kind of making a good run at the end of the season. TCU actually played really well as well down the stretch. Let's start with Jordan. Where you got?
This matchup's pretty interesting. Both teams were pretty much bubble teams before last week, 2 weeks
Right.
ago. I like the Big Ten this year a lot, so I'm taking Ohio State. Was Johnson averaging 20 for them or something? Who's their guy?
Thornton?
Yeah, Bruce Thornton.
Yes, that is it. He's averaging 20. I just think Ohio State had a tougher year this year. They should win.
I'm going to take the other side. I'm going to take TCU because you look at what TCU, they got hot late. I just think that, I watched Ohio State against Iowa in the Big Ten. They had to survive that. They gave Michigan everything it could, but I just think that TCU, I like the way they're playing right now. I'm going to take the Horned Frogs to knock out the Buckeyes.
Should I go next?
All right.
All right. So I would like to take TCU, but unfortunately I can't. I feel like Ohio State has the guards to make a quiet Sweet 16 run, maybe not like past that, but Bruce Thornton and John Mobley, they're a really dynamic scoring backcourt. They can rattle off points really fast and get hot, so I'm going with the Buckeyes. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm going to go Ohio State.
Okay. I was going to pick TCU. I'm coming through the top speaker as well, Joe, so I can hear myself. But I'm going to go with TCU. I think they're the better team in this scenario. I think they have a little bit higher power offense. But just so we don't have to worry about a tiebreaker right now, I'm going to go with Ohio State. That's my pick.
Okay.
Okay.
Going for ease.
So just to go with the Big Ten, that's what we're going to go with. We'll go with Ohio State. So they'll be playing Duke in the next round. St. John's, Northern Iowa. A lot of people didn't like St. John's being a 5 seed. Malik, how do you feel about St. John's versus Northern Iowa?
Against certain teams, I feel like Northern Iowa could have a advantage with their shooting and their ability to get hot quick. But they weren't even like a top 2 seed in their conference. They kind of made a miracle run to make it to the tournament. I think they were the 5 seed in the Missouri Valley. St. John's just has too many athletes. I mean, Zubi Ejiofor, he's like 6'10", 250. He's athletic, he's very athletic, but he also has a lot of game. And I think they just have too much on both ends. And Patino, the godfather of college basketball, he just, yeah, St. John's all the way. Going St. John's.
Sammy, you're known for the 5-12 upset.
I am, but I don't see it here because
Okay.
I just think that the way St. John's destroyed UConn in the Big East semifinal, that really had me like sold on St. John's. Malik, you're right. They got a lot more athletes. I would normally pick Northern Iowa, just not here against St. John's. I got the Red Storm moving on.
Okay. Jordan, are you in agreement, or are you taking the upset?
Yeah, I like St. John's. They play good defense. I know nothing about Northern Iowa. I know they have gotten upsets in the past, but this team I know nothing about. So, big school, big defense. I like St. John's.
Yeah, and I am kind of the opposite. I don't like St. John's, but I think they're going to win this game pretty easily. I don't think Northern Iowa is the kind of team that can beat St. John's.
Yeah.
They just play disciplined defense, and they're hard to score against. So I would go to St. John's as well. That leaves us with Kansas and Cal Baptist. Malik, can you confirm, is this their first year?
First time ever making the tournament.
Okay.
And can I start on this one?
Yes, go ahead.
I want nothing more than for Cal Baptist to upset Kansas. They have probably one of the most exciting guards in the tournament in Dominique Daniels. He averages 23 a game. He can score from all over the floor. He's only like 5'10", but he just knows how to get a bucket. And he was super clutch in their conference tournament. He hit 2 big threes for them to take the lead and win their conference championship game. But Kansas, Flory Badunga he's a monster in the paint. And I don't know what they're gonna do. Besides, they have to play the perfect game. And I haven't even brought up Darren Peterson because he's so controversial. But
Yeah.
I want Cal Baptist to win. I think they're one of like 4 teams where their men and women both won their conference tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, shouts out to Cal Baptist, but yeah, Kansas wins. Dominic Daniels might go for like 30 plus, but yeah.
Jordan, you have feelings about Kansas, Cal Baptist?
I think it's going to be a blowout. Cal Baptist is only in the tournament because the guy missed a dunk.
Listen, crazy things have to happen for destiny.
That's very true.
Crazy
but
things have to happen.
I think Kansas is much better than a 4 seed. I know with the Peterson stuff, but when he does play, he is arguably the best player in the country. So I'm taking Kansas.
Yeah, I'm going Jayhawks, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. As I said, I mean, like, yeah, this is gonna be a blowout in about like it's probably gonna be over the next like first 8 minutes. I got Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Can you at least give him like a half?
No,
Can they be within like 3 by the half?
no, it's gonna be like 15 by that mark.
I'm predicting Dominique Daniels has almost 20 by the end of the first half.
He'll have about 20,
And then the blowout starts.
He'll have 20, but I'm
Give
just
him a
saying.
little credit.
No, I'm giving that
Listen,
no.
Cal
no.
the Baptist.
No.
Hey, I'm a big Kansas fan in my history, but I would love this kind of upset. I agree with the Darren Peterson thing. It's kind of controversial, but
Yeah.
he could just win this game on his own if he feels like it. So I'm picking Kansas. I also have not watched enough Cal Baptist to know, but I do know Dominique
has?
Daniels. Right.
Who has watched enough Cal Baptist?
Even us sickos haven't even seen a whole lot of it. So, all right, Louisville, South Florida.
I'm starting this one.
Go for it.
All right. I do watch a lot of Louisville weather stations. I watch their 24-hour weather station, Wave Weather Now. And I see the KFC Yum Center in the picture, and when they do their South Louisville thing. But this game here, I don't trust Louisville. I got to give the edge to the Fighting Eric Jennings's and South Florida Bulls. So I like the Bulls here in this one. I think USF gets the job done. They're going to upset Louisville.
Yeah, I want to follow that up. I'm taking USF as well. Okay. I think Louisville, even if they get Mikhail Brown Jr. back, I'm a little nervous about his injury, and he's been one of their young stars. Obviously, they got Conwell as well, but I don't know if that's like South Florida is one of those teams that just shoots the lights out,
They play really tough too.
and they're a scary
They're a
first round
fighter. They're a
matchup.
fighting team.
Right. So I could see Louisville winning, but I think again you got to pick some upsets here and there, and I think South Florida is the perfect upset. So I would go with South Florida in this one. Jordan, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll ride with South Florida also. 'Cause,
Okay.
I did see something here on Twitter of their coach. It'll be the first time their dad gets to see him coach.
Yeah.
So I saw that'll be a good,
Nice
good
feel-good.
storybook moment. So I imagine that it'll take place here in March.
Right. Malik, you got a opposition or want to defend Louisville at all?
Listen, if Mikael Brown plays, he's a top 10 level talent. Like
Right.
he's so good, and the overall talent is better for Louisville. But they have a tendency to they fall in love with the three a lot more than some teams. Like they have really good shooters, but they'll just completely lose flow of offense sometimes, and they'll just jack it up like nonstop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride the wave. I'm going with the Bulls.
Cool.
Yeah, let's go. Plus, another thing about their coach, he's been openly calling out coaches for trying to poach his players.
I've seen that.
And I love that type of energy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm
College
riding with
basketball
South Florida.
needs.
Yeah.
Nice. So consensus upset for the bracket. That means Louisville is going to win. All right, here we go, Sammy. Michigan State, North Dakota State.
You want
How-
to start or should I start?
How are you feeling?
You start.
All
Right,
right.
start.
No,
Okay.
Joey, you start.
Me start.
You start.
Okay, I think a lot of us have the same feelings.
You're clutching that statue really close. I just want to say, hope you're not nervous.
This is one of the worst matchups Michigan State could have pulled as a 3 seed.
You do your research. This is
North Dakota State, constantly winning their conference tournament, constantly being around. They're always one of the better teams. Now, do I think they're going to pull off the upset? No. But
will it be
man,
close?
it's terrifying because it's the perfect mix of like they play good defense, they shoot the ball well, they play just consistent good basketball, and Michigan State is prone to
they're
turnovers.
kind of like a good Izzo team.
They are.
kinda like,
It's
yeah.
true. Like it's a pretty similar matchup.
Yeah.
The problem is Michigan State does not shoot the ball very well. North Dakota State does. North Dakota State also rebounds really well, which is something Michigan State is good at. So this could be a really fun matchup, but for us Sparty fans out there, it's a little nerve-wracking, that's for sure. Again, I don't think the upset's going to happen, but this is not a good look coming off the UCLA loss. That's what I'll say. How do you feel about it? For us
So-
Michigan State people.
On paper, this is one to sweat. This is one to think about. I think there's also a scenario where Michigan State just comes out and they go on like a 15-3 run, and North Dakota State stays within like 12 points, but MSU just like keeps its distance. Because if Jeremy Fears is in control, his herky-jerky game, a lot of teams just can't figure it out. And that pick and roll with him and Carson Cooper, then you get a few lobs to here I go forgetting
Cohen
names.
Carr?
Yes, you get a few lobs to Cohen Carr, and the arena is going crazy.
Yeah.
That could get out of hand too. I'm gonna assume Michigan State can handle this one. I'm gonna assume Jeremy Fears, his legs stay on the ground. Nothing too crazy happens. Carson Cooper and Jackson Kohler, they could have an advantage. I'm just gonna go with MSU.
All right, let's go to Jordan then, and we'll wrap up with Sammy. Let him fully think about his thoughts. Jordan, how do you feel about this matchup?
I'm going to be honest. I know nothing about North Dakota State besides what we just read right before the podcast.
Well balanced scoring team.
Well
good
balanced.
shooters.
Yeah, sounds a little scary for Michigan State. Usually I'm all in Michigan State. I know March is usually Izzo's time, but he's also due for one of those choke jobs that he's had in some recent years. And after watching this year, this team does scare me at a lot of moments.
It's been almost, was last year a decade since they lost to MTSU?
I believe
I try not to think about that game.
close. So
Just saying.
I try not to think about that game, please.
just to be
Thank you.
aware, I don't know if I trust Michigan State, but I do believe that they get this round done. So they should win this game.
Okay.
Sammy?
I talked to my boss at Oakview Middle School, Nick Osea, about this game. And this was the last matchup I wanted, was North Dakota State. Because I've known North Dakota State when they're in the Summit League. They are a very good shooting team. They rebound the ball. Michigan State has not looked good the last 2 games. They didn't defend against UCLA. This game absolutely scares me. I mean, I lost 2 hours of sleep thinking about it. But part of me has a little bit of hope here, a little bit of faith here, has Michigan State winning. So I think it's going to be a 4-point game. Michigan State survives and moves on.
Do you give Trey Ford the green light?
Yes, I give Trey Ford the green light.
Okay.
I give Trey Ford the green light.
Gotta ask. Okay.
Yes, I give him the green light.
All right,
So-
and I do have to mention my cousin Steve, big MSU fan. He says it's going to be a blowout, not even close. And then my uncle Grizzly, he says Michigan State easily going to win the East.
Wow.
Go to the Final Four for Izzo's 9th time. I will say this would be a pretty doable run, in my opinion, if they can get going. But they have some scary matchups out the gate. So I'm curious to see.
This
how they
one's
turn
scary.
out. Yeah, well, and what we have for them next round is also very scary. So curious to see where that goes. UCLA, the team that beat Michigan State, playing UCF. How do you guys feel about this one? UCF's a weird team. UCLA is kind of a weird team. Both have shown really good signs at times and had
A mix of good wins and bad losses.
right. So do you go with the kind of the surging UCLA team or the UCF team that's still kind of been up and down? Jordan, since you're kind of the Big Ten guy, how do you feel about UCLA?
UCLA's played pretty good here in the last end of the season and that little spurt that they had there in the Big Ten tournament. I don't really know anything about UCF at all. I've watched a few UCLA games. I've watched a lot of Big Ten games. The only thing I will say about UCLA, I can't stand their coach.
Nobody likes Nick
Cronin?
I don't like
a lot
looking
of
at him.
people
I
like
don't
Nick
like
Cronin.
nothing.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep riding with the Big Ten. I think they were very good this year overall, so UCLA should beat UCF.
Okay. Sammy, any
I'm riding the
opinions?
Bruins. I mean, I just think that the way UCLA played against Michigan State without their best player, and they beat Michigan State without their best player, I think UCLA, I mean, the way they're playing, they can make a run.
Yeah. Malik?
If Donovan Dent can play and he's at least 80% healthy, I think they have potential for a Sweet 16 run.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they say, even without Donovan Dent, they're a good shooting team. They have issues down low. Tyler Bilodeau might be out for the
I was going
tournament.
to say, have we gotten an update on Tyler Bilodeau?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's playing, and you're not the biggest Xavier Booker fan, so
No. He actually played all right against Purdue.
He's fit decently into their system.
Yeah.
But I'm going UCLA too. Yeah.
Okay. I'll defend UCF only because of UCLA injuries. I think if Tyler Bilodeau was good to go, I think it would be an easy UCLA. And I do think that UCLA could have made a little bit of a run maybe or a surprise run. But I think I'm going UCF just because of the injury scares are a little nerve-wracking. But us overall, we're going with UCLA. UConn and Furman. Furman notably big upset over Virginia quite a while back now. But does anybody think that they're going to beat UConn?
I see a scenario where this could happen,
Okay.
but
Fill me
I
in.
don't. UConn. It's their games like the St. John's game.
Yeah.
And when they lost to Creighton 2 weeks ago.
The Big East, just in general, is
Yeah.
weird.
But this UConn team, I don't think they have the same they don't have that killer instinct to me.
No.
They're so much more talented than the rest of the teams in their league.
Right.
But I think St. John's had more fight than them, and they just wiped them off the floor.
Yeah.
I think if their senior, the shooter number 11,
Alex Caravan?
if Caravan isn't going, I think they find they start to struggle offensively.
Yeah.
So I think Furman could pull this off. It could be a weird, slow game, but I'm going to go with UConn. I'm going to play it safe on that one.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think UConn is just the better team.
Yeah.
But I kind of echo that.
This is the type of weird game where you don't see it coming.
Yeah, they have a bunch of double-digit scorers, but yeah, they don't have the Stephon Castle or that kind of guy this year.
No, Braylon Mullins can get hot really quick. Their
But
freshman shooter.
he's struggled the second half of the year, so
Yeah.
I kind of agree. That's where I think they would have been really good if he really sprouted into something bigger. But it never really happened, and so Terrace Reed is their number one guy, Michigan man. But yeah, I don't see Furman doing it, and I don't know enough about Furman. I'll be honest. Jordan and Sammy, you guys got Furman or UConn?
You know what? I've looked at this one, and UConn's really been overrated, but I'm still going to take UConn here. I just think that UConn too much. The St. John's game does have me a little worried for UConn, but I just think at the end of the day here, you just got to go Huskies. I mean, they got experience. They got a well-experienced coach. They're experienced. I think they'll find a way to knock out Furman.
Okay. Jordan, same sentiment?
They're the Paladins, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great name.
It is.
Paladin? It's a great name.
What is a paladin?
I have no idea.
I don't know what
No
the
idea.
Neither do I, but it sounds
great.
It's provocative.
Exactly. It gets people going.
No, it's not.
I just have
No.
another question. Where are they playing this game that they're playing at 10 p.m.?
It's in the East region. I'm not sure what city it's
That's
in.
what I'm,
but
that's
yeah,
a late game.
Does it not say it on the bracket?
No.
No.
I thought it usually said
Yeah.
it.
I'm going to try to find it on the app, but yeah,
Okay.
we can keep moving.
We got
Just
UConn moving
Just trying to
on.
give Furman a little bit of chance here. They got some weird time. Who knows when they're playing? you
late
know.
game.
Late game.
Never
yeah.
know.
UConn might be caught sleeping. Who knows?
All right, going down to the South region, we got Florida taking on the winner of Prairie View A&M or Lehigh. Does anybody give the 16 seed a chance?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Florida
Nope.
did stumble in the
They
SEC
did.
tournament,
They stumbled, but,
but
still,
I agree. I think they're too good.
They stumbled.
Fun matchup, Clemson and Iowa. I am picking Iowa because of Bennett Sturts.
He's been up and down
Case
recently.
Went up
closed.
and down.
I understand. I love his the play style. Rooting for the Big Ten. Clemson's another one of those teams. They got us. What was it last year? They made the big run, or 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Last year they lost to McNeese.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, and Clemson's kind of that same way this year. Like, I could see them actually making a small run. They're not bad, but got to root for the Big Ten. I'm going to go Iowa. Jordan, how do you feel about this matchup?
I think Iowa could be a good tournament team, good
Yeah.
shooting team. Anything's possible. Like, I'm also a big fan of Bennett Sturts, so I'm taking Iowa also.
Okay.
Too much Bennett Sturts, too much Hawks.
Oh, our Uncle Grizzly gave us the insight. A paladin is a military leader.
Oh, okay.
Oh, military.
Also, I found
Nice.
out they're playing at Xfinity Mobile Arena in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Hey, that's a late game.
late
In Philly.
Man.
That makes that name even
So
cooler.
Sammy, what did you say?
he's
Too much Bennett Sturts, too
Okay.
much Hawks.
Okay.
I would actually go Clemson, but I think Iowa's the group pick. So
Well, make the argument for Clemson real quick.
I feel like they're a good defensive team. They don't have a individual guy that stands out and puts up a bunch of points, but they all share the wealth. And I feel like they're more experienced than Iowa overall.
Yeah.
Like they got some guys they brought over from Drake besides Bennett Sturts, but I'm not the biggest fan of the supporting cast. I don't know. It's just a feeling.
Okay.
I would go with
Hey,
Clemson.
that's okay. That
Yeah.
happens in the
That's
tournament.
what you know how much I love Bennett Sturts.
Right.
But, yeah.
Yep. All right. Vanderbilt making a big run in the SEC tournament this year, playing McNeese, the popular upset last year that came through. Sammy, let's start with you. How do you feel? Another 5-12.
I watched Vanderbilt play, and what they did to Florida was impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, and I still, even though they lost in the SEC final to Arkansas, I really think that Vandy, I like where they're at. I know it's going to be a tight game with McNeese. I know McNeese has done it to people. So I'm going to take Vanderbilt.
Okay.
Tight.
Jordan, got any knowledge?
I'm going with the upset just because I feel like there needs to be one.
Okay. That's fair.
And even though McNeese, I'm not a fan of it. I think it's cringy. But with their manager, what is it, Ora Khan?
He just
whatever?
came back. He
Yep.
was at another
Yeah.
place and he just came
Yeah, I
back.
just saw the video that he's back.
boom
so-
box in the chain.
Yep, I don't love it, but if it hypes the team up and gives them any sort of magic,
Yeah.
I'm rocking with it. So I think McNeese gets the upset here.
Malik?
I'm going Vandy.
Thank you.
Big Tyler Tanner fan. I like their supporting cast. They
Duke
have a-
Miles has come strong.
They got
in
a
the
freshman
tournament.
off the bench named Chandler Bing,
Yeah.
which they bring up friends every time he plays, which is kind of obnoxious now, but
Yeah.
I like Vandy.
And Vanderbilt made the SEC final with Tyler Tanner actually kind of struggling throughout most of the SEC tournament. So, yeah, I'm rocking with Vanderbilt as
I'm not
well.
a big fan of that manager there at McNeese. I'm not a big fan of him.
Yeah,
Really
McNeese was
not.
more exciting last year, I feel like.
They were more exciting last
Still a
year,
good
not
team,
this
but-
year.
Yes. Nebraska and Troy. We got to start off with Malik because Malik, known Nebraska basketball fan.
I'm a known Nebraska ball fan, and guess what? I'm taking Troy.
No way.
No way.
Come on, man. They've never won in the tournament.
They haven't.
They've never
They've
won.
never won in the tournament.
You're doing this to them?
I'm a Nebraska ball fan,
Basketball.
but the upsets are the ones you never see coming.
Oh, jeez.
So I like Troy. I like their backcourt, and I'm gonna just go with Troy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nebraska defends, though. They're one of the best defensive teams in the Big Ten.
You never know what upset is coming. You never know.
You know what?
And
I
I'm
mean,
a Nebraska ball fan.
You know what?
I hope they win, but I'm going Troy. I'm just gonna
Lincoln
go
is
Troy.
not going to be happy with you.
They won't.
Lincoln, Nebraska ain't going to be happy with
They
you,
won't.
but Lincoln, Nebraska will be happy with me. I'm picking Fred Hoiberg. Go Big Red!
All right. Jordan, going with the Big Ten on this one?
Yeah, I'm going no Big Ten losing in the first.
Oh, that's perfect. No Big Ten upsets. That's perfect.
Yeah, because that never happens.
Oh, yeah. This will be the year they finally all make a run.
Exactly. No, I do like Nebraska this year. I think they've played good all year. I don't know anything about Troy. Maybe Malik's got some hidden
Yeah,
knowledge.
you
back
got
there.
anything on Troy?
I don't know their guards' names, but I watched them play a little bit in the conference tournament, and I like their backcourt. That's as far as it goes.
They were speaking
That's
magic.
as far as it goes. Yeah,
Okay.
they were speaking to me.
Yeah, I'm going
defense,
with
though.
Nebraska. I like their game. I do think they've stumbled a bit, but
Nebraska makes the most sense. It does.
I think they can get back on track. North Carolina, VCU. VCU is my upset pick. I think they're a strong offense. North Carolina, obviously, kind of like the wounded deer without Caleb Wilson. I think they're kind of an easy upset pick, which usually kind of turns out bad, that they'll just end up winning. But I'm still going to pick VCU. I think VCU is a lot of fun. They fire up a lot of threes. They're kind of that upset material. So I would go with VCU.
I'm also taking VCU.
Okay.
Yes.
Caleb Wilson being out is a big downgrade.
Caleb
Sammy?
Wilson being out is a big deal. You know, I know Carolina's got the tradition and everything there, but this is VCU. Give me Virginia Commonwealth University.
All right, VCU back. Jordan, how do you feel?
I'd love to see North Carolina lose at any point in time, so I'll ride with you guys.
All right, VCU moving on. Illinois playing Penn. Penn with a crazy
Listen,
Ivy League final.
No.
Jordan, did you watch the
No,
highlights?
I told him about it.
Listen, TJ Power,
That's what I heard.
former Duke and Virginia player.
Scored 44 out of the 88 Penn points to beat Yale in overtime. Crazy game. Unfortunately, I love Illinois way too
Yeah,
much.
I want to take Penn, but
Illinois is way too fun. They have the Avicic brothers.
they're basically a Euro team with a couple
Right.
Americans.
My guy, Andrei Stojakovic,
Yeah.
Twinkle Toes Mirkovic. They're just so much fun to watch. I think Illinois is a team that's in that vein of they could get out really early, but they could also make a really deep run, I think.
I'm not going to be surprised. It's going to be a 95-90 game.
Yeah,
Don't
it could be
surprised.
high-powered.
It's going to be high scoring. But I think Illinois, with all that European power, you know, the brothers, I'm taking the Fighting Illini to win this one.
Jordan, any extra comments?
Yeah, it is funny that Illinois is like the new age of basketball. It's
Yeah.
a lot of
European players.
Yep, and they all play very well together. I didn't know anything about Penn until you guys were telling me about this, and I saw that they
Had to tell the world about TJ
They only
Powers.
won
Yeah.
18 games, so I can't really see them winning. But hopefully that kid goes off, gives us a good game.
Yeah. I will say, again, Illinois, they ride off of how good Keaton Wagler does. So if he can get going, they'll be really dangerous.
Also, Penn's coach, Fran McCaffrey.
True.
Former Iowa coach.
Former Iowa
He knows
coach,
how to
yeah.
play against
Not
the Big
much
Ten.
success in the tournament for Fran McCaffrey, so yeah.
No. But he knows how to play against the Big Ten, I guess.
He was at Iowa.
St. Mary's, Texas A&M. How we guys feeling? This is kind of a boring matchup. If
I'm taking St. Mary's.
To be honest. Okay.
Yeah, I like St. Mary's backcourt. I like Mikey Lewis. They also got a few European guys that are very experienced. Yeah, I'm gonna ride with St. Mary's. The Gales.
Yeah.
Riding with the Gales.
Sammy, I feel like you got a song coming on.
Yeah.
Yep. A&M. Give me A&M. I think
Bucky's
A&M.
boys.
You know what I mean? Dig 'em.
Yeah.
A&M.
Jordan, know anything about these teams?
I really don't know anything about A&M. St. Mary's, I've seen play I watch them play Gonzaga every year. St. Mary's seems like they're the same team as they always are. Very patient, good ball movement, play good defense. I'll take St. Mary's in this just because they're the higher seed, because I really don't know anything about A&M.
Yeah. I really want to take A&M, but since the two of you guys took St. Mary's, I don't want to be the tiebreaker for this one. So we'll let St. Mary's move on, but I think this is going to be a pretty close matchup. Both teams are pretty good. I was higher on St. Mary's until they kind of struggled in their conference tournament. Didn't look as good as I thought they were. And then Texas A&M has just been kind of solid overall, but not like some dominant team by any means. Houston and Idaho. Anybody have this upset? at all?
Congrats to the Vandals. Houston by $1 billion.
Yeah, this is like the worst.
Name your score.
If Idaho
Name it.
had almost any other team, maybe I'd pick them just for the fun.
Yeah. First
But-
time since 1990 they made the tournament. Congratulations.
But to have to play Houston in the first round, even though I've never been a Houston fan, that's like one of your worst draws
Yeah.
that you could get. They're just,
Houston has real lottery pick guys right now.
yeah.
And
They play
Yeah.
hard defense. Like it's just it's a nightmare.
too much.
Jordan or Sammy, you guys got
I
Idaho?
can't go against Calvin Sampson. Give me the Cougars.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Idaho.
Congratulations.
Had a nice year,
Yeah.
brother. Had a nice
I think that's kind of how we all feel. So.
He had a nice year.
Go
All
get
right,
some
moving
Idaho.
on back over to the top side of the other bracket, over to the Midwest. And Malik, we get to talk about your team. The Michigan Wolverines taking on the winner of UMBC or Howard. Do you see them losing to either of these teams?
I think UMBC will give them a half.
Yeah.
They give them a strong 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think then the big men will just start demoralizing them.
Yeah.
It'll end something like 80, 85 to like 60, 65.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, Michigan.
Oh man, I missed the. I didn't go all the way to the top. We'll go back up there later.
We'll just
just
I
stay at
was
the
wondering
Midwest.
why you skipped
Was
skip
try-
the West. The West.
I was trying to quickly switch over, but
Okay.
we'll just stay with the Midwest. It's no
All right.
big deal. Doesn't matter how we do it. Sammy, since you're the Michigan State guy, how do you feel about Michigan going up against UMBC or Howard?
If it's UMBC, I think if you're a Michigan fan, you better be scared
Yeah.
because we know what UMBC's done historically. Ask Virginia that question. I think I could see if it's UMBC, if it's Howard, it's a blowout. If it's UMBC, I could see it being very scary for Michigan until about 10 minutes in the game, and then Michigan sadly will pull away, and then they'll survive. I would say 90 to 80.
Okay.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah, it is.
That's a lot
Michigan's
of points.
defense was exposed by Purdue.
Purdue is a different case, though. We're not going to get into the
They're
debate.
a good
We're not going to
team.
get into the debate.
Yeah.
Jordan?
I'm not the biggest Michigan fan in the world, but I think they blow either team out by 25 plus.
Yeah.
They're
I agree.
too big. They're too good.
Yeah.
This isn't my favorite iteration of Michigan. I don't know why. I just haven't felt connected to any of the players. But I kind of agree. Like, I think UMBC might come out hot, and then Michigan settles into the game and just kind of blows them out. It'll have people talking early on in the game just because UMBC's offense is pretty explosive. But I think Michigan can lock in and then take care of business. But I hope it's UMBC just so we can see how they do against a top team like Michigan. I do think, like as a 16 seed goes, this is like the hardest 16 seed you could potentially get. So, but either way, Michigan moving on. Georgia, St. Louis. Georgia, the overlooked SEC team, and I think almost entirely, like probably 80% of the country is going to want St. Louis. They got the Robbie Avila factor.
They got a bunch of transfers from high level schools and so many guys that can shoot.
Right. Does anybody have Georgia beating St. Louis? I know this is a weird. Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
Because I think Georgia, they're being overlooked, they're being disrespected. I don't like that Billiken logo there. I just don't like that. But I just think that UGA's getting disrespected, and I think UGA's going to take advantage of it. They have a lot more experience. I think they're going to hammer St. Louis.
Yeah, I do think this is a weird matchup because it's an 8-9, so it should be close. But I think a lot of people are going to go with St. Louis, so I do see the underrated factor for Georgia. Jordan, where do you go?
Oh, I'm going with St. Louis. My boy Kareem Abdul.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, they have a fun team. They get up and down the floor too. It should be, to me, it should be a victory. I think the only reason they're a 9 seed is just because they're a smaller school, have a weaker schedule.
Right.
But I do believe St. Louis is better than Georgia.
Yeah, I got to go with St. Louis as well. Robbie Avila factor. Been following him his entire career, so.
I was thinking St. Louis,
Come
but
on.
I think Sammy might have swayed me.
Oh, man.
This is going to be one of the funniest big man matchups in the tournament because Georgia's big man is like 7 foot and just like a monster athlete, and Robbie Avila is all game and no athleticism.
Yeah.
Like seeing that balance is going to be so strange. But never mind. Robbie Avila is probably going to take him out to the 3-point line,
Right.
and keep him out there.
gonna
So
stretch the floor.
St. Louis.
What?
St. Louis.
That's what we like.
I'm sorry to leave you on the island, Sammy, but
Why? You guys are used to leaving me on an island.
the Billikens.
You guys are used to leaving me on an island.
All right. Another
do.
5-12. Texas Tech and Akron. Sammy, we come to you once again. Do you take the 12 or the 5?
Not this one. I got Tech easily, even though they got injuries.
Wow.
Not this one.
Jordan, you're the MAC guy.
Oh, I love me some action, so I am definitely taking Akron over Texas Tech in this one. It just helps with the injuries. I am glad Akron won the MAC tournament. I do believe they're the better MAC team than Miami of Ohio, even though I do believe Miami should have got an at-large bid. But Akron over Texas Tech here.
Malik?
This point guard matchup is really good.
Mm-hmm.
You got two smaller, elite off the dribble, very deep shooting point guards that can get hot very quickly. No JT Toppin, Joey.
Texas Tech
No,
has still
JT
played
Toppin.
pretty darn good, even without Toppin.
Yeah, I'll take Texas Tech. I'll say their athletes end up stretching it out, and it's close for a lot of it, but I'll go Texas Tech.
They still got
Red
Christian
Raiders.
Anderson. He's
Yeah.
been balling out.
Yeah, Christian Anderson. Yeah,
And I think just Texas Tech's defense and just the way that they play is just high level compared to Akron.
Akron puts a scare in them, but
Yeah. Jordan, I wish I could support your Maction, but Texas Tech. Alabama and Hofstra.
can I pick first?
Go ahead, Malik.
Jordan, how do you feel about Speedy Claxton?
I knew I was going to get you.
One of the
Hofstra
Underrated
alum,
NBA player.
coach of Hofstra. Last time they made the tournament, Jay Wright coached Speedy Claxton.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, dropping some history.
That
And
is,
breaking news, Aiden Holloway, Alabama's point guard, most likely out for the tournament
Oh, geez.
on a drug charge.
That's
Oh,
So you got LeBaron Filan and a bunch of dudes throwing up threes for Alabama. They got some athletes. I'm going to get crazy. Let's go Hofstra.
oh
I'm
geez.
going with the pride.
Okay, then we got to go straight to Sammy.
Yeah, I'm going Hofstra.
You know what? I thought about this. I seriously thought about this, especially in wake of what happened. I'm going Hofstra. I got Hofstra
Let's do it.
for the upset here. Let's go.
Dang.
I'm going Hofstra.
Well, with the Aiden Holloway news, I think Alabama has been due for upset. I didn't think Hofstra would be that team. I still don't necessarily think they're going to
Listen,
be that
it's-
team.
yeah.
But I would see them losing.
Crazier things have happened.
I would see them losing in the next round, so I'm all down for the Hofstra win. Jordan, you got any thoughts, opinions? You want to just ride this wave?
I mean, I guess I'm already with you guys because I'm outvoted here, but I would have Bama and that drug charge.
It's the sensible pick, but this is March.
That drug charge.
Throw sense
Yeah,
into
drug
it.
charge,
It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
So that would have been a tie, but I think Hofstra is the fun pick
Yeah.
for us ball knowers about Speedy Claxton.
Exactly.
We'll go with Hofstra.
So I remember a couple of years ago, guys, we remember Sister Jean with Loyola Chicago.
Rest in peace, Sister Jean.
God
Rest in
bless
peace.
her. God
Really?
bless her.
Yeah, 106.
Yeah.
God bless her.
All right, moving on to Tennessee versus that team Jordan was talking about, Miami of Ohio or SMU. Do you guys see SMU or Tennessee losing to either one of those teams?
I see Tennessee beating either. But I know you love Boopy. You love Boopy Miller. Him
I
and
love
Jaron-
when you get
listen,
booped.
Him and Jaron get booped. Him and Jaron Pierre both average 18. Boopy averages 20.
Yeah.
Jaron Pierre averages almost 18. They're just dynamic. And I think Miami of Ohio's miracle run ends. But Tennessee, listen, they got Nate Ament. He's a lottery-level guy. Jacoby Gillespie is one of the best point guards in the country. And they got high-level athletic big men. So I'm Tennessee. Yeah.
Sammy?
Rocky Top.
Yeah. Jordan?
I'm a big fan of SMU in this situation.
Yeah.
So
They got the guards to knock some
guards.
people out. but-
I think Ohio, Miami of Ohio, great season by the way. Think you guys get beat down here by SMU. Then the Tennessee SMU game should be good. I think SMU though would pull it out.
Okay. I want to also go with SMU. I love being able to say that some team got booped. It's one of my favorite things.
Him versus Jacoby Gillespie will be a great matchup.
Yes. I'm excited. I think I'll be rooting for SMU, but if I'm going down to the wire, I think Tennessee is kind of under the radar right
I think
now.
they've had a disappointing season.
Yeah.
Especially to Tennessee fans, they expected more.
Right.
But Nate Ament is going to be a problem for a lot of teams. He's almost 6'11",
Right.
and he does everything on offense.
Yeah. Then we have Virginia and Wright State. Sammy, you want to talk about Wright State for a minute?
I
Shouts
thought
out to the
about it.
Horizon.
Shout out the Horizon League. I think Wright State, I really like where they're at. I mean, they're not a bad team. Don't get me wrong. Wright State's a good program. I know Jeff Sargent, Clint Sargent, their head coach there at Wright State. I'm telling you, I don't trust Virginia at all in this tournament, but I might be tempted. I know I'm going to get outvoted here. I'm going to take Wright State in an upset. I think we're going to beat Virginia here.
This would be a real shocker. Like I said, crazier things have happened, but this would be a shocker.
So you're going with the Cavaliers.
I'm going with the Wright State Raiders.
I was talking about Malik, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I believe kind of the complete opposite of Sammy. I love how Virginia ended the season. I like Thomas DeRitter and their other big men. I like Chance Mallory, the short point guard off the bench. They have so many options, and they have shoot. They have. I just like the way they play, and they gave Duke a real scare. They played them tough. Only lost by 4 in the ACC championship game. Virginia all the way.
Jordan?
You know what, Malik? You did tempt me. Okay, I'm changing my mind. I'm going Virginia.
Oh, all right.
So not even a question
You
anymore.
tempt me.
Jordan, do you feel anything about this game? Or
I will say if Detroit Mercy would not have blown it,
This would have been a clean sweep, UAD.
we would have all been
Clean
riding
sweep,
with
yeah.
UAD, but no, I'll take Virginia in this one.
which is why I'm glad that Wright State won, just for that fact.
So
Yeah.
we didn't have to
I'm a
make
big
this.
Virginia fan. It's nice to see them back. I agree. They had a really good finish to their season. I think, again, it stinks that Tennessee and Virginia got to play each other because those are two teams that I think are kind of underrated that could do something. All right, Kentucky and Santa Clara. Kentucky kind of falling back to normalcy, kind of just very meh, in my opinion. And Santa Clara, they had a huge season, got into the tournament, not even winning their conference.
First time since Steve Nash.
So that's a lot of fun for them. And I think Kentucky's vulnerable, so I'm going to pick Santa Clara. I like their game. They can play at a high level. They've competed with Gonzaga, knocked off St. Mary's. That was a good game. And again, Kentucky's just kind of all right, and they've blown a lot of games. And I'm going with Santa Clara.
I will agree that Kentucky is vulnerable, but I think throughout the season they've proven time and again that when their backs are against the wall, they pull out a win. Like they swept Tennessee somehow.
Yeah.
They had multiple other really big wins. They had to fight to get into the tournament, and they kept fighting. I'm going to go Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go Kentucky.
Sammy?
I'm going to go Santa Clara. I think that Kentucky's not been the same team since they lost to Oakland a couple years ago. And I just think that Kentucky's got a history of, their history of not getting past like the first round. I think there's got to be so much pressure on their head coach. Has to be.
Yeah.
Because at Kentucky, you expect to win championships there. It's clear as day that they've not done that. I'm going to take Santa Clara in an upset here. I think Kentucky is in. They're in some peril a little bit.
Okay. Jordan?
We'll go with Santa Clara just for Steve Nash.
All right.
The only
Just for Steve.
Cool. All right. Iowa State and Tennessee State. Does anybody believe in Nolan Smith's coaching?
Listen, I know a Tennessee State alum very closely. I respect Nolan. What Nolan Smith doing this in his first year at Tennessee State is very impressive. Like, he learned under Coach K, was on that Duke staff for a long time. He waited patiently. He didn't jump early like some dudes did.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I can't take him in this one. Yeah, Iowa State all the way.
Jordan?
I just have a question. Why does it look like LSU's logo is up there?
It's very similar. It's just a T.
Same thing. Just
It's like a lowercase T.
okay. No, I'll go with Iowa State.
Sammy, any hope for Tennessee State?
Oh, no. But I just wish Iowa State would bring back that Cyclone logo, not that I in the state.
Yeah, I agree. I like the Cyclone logo, but
Yeah, they've got a different logo. This is just the one
They need to
ESPN chooses.
They need to bring back that Cyclone
right.
logo.
But if you
They
can
seriously
see, I'm backing Iowa State this year. I did 2 years ago, and they failed me. They tend to do that, unfortunately, but I don't see them losing here. Iowa State.
Ain't the women's team, Joey.
Nope.
Got out of
Going back to the top now, finally to the west that we kind of skipped over. We got Arizona versus Long Island.
Just move
Any
on.
takers?
Just move on. Just move on.
All right, their class.
blowout of the
Yeah.
Yeah, this might be like a 50 to 60.
Yeah. Yeah.
Classic 8-9, Villanova, Utah State. How are we feeling about this matchup?
I'm gonna go Utah State.
Okay.
Yeah, I like their experience, and the Mountain West was kind of top heavy, but I like their style of play.
Yeah.
And Villanova, not Mark Turgeon. I forgot the name of the coach. He was at Maryland last year. That's why I thought it was Mark Turgeon. But the coach they have now, that was at Seton Hall, then Maryland, and now Villanova. He's a good coach. 24-8 is a good first year in the Big East, but the Big East is pretty weak. So yeah, I'm riding with Utah State. The
Jordan?
Aggies, the other Aggies.
I got Utah State. I think Utah State's much better than a 9 seed also.
Yeah.
I think they should have gotten maybe a 6, maybe a 7. But they are top. I want to say they were top 50 in offense and defense this year.
Yeah, they're usually
They shoot
really
the ball
balanced.
really well. They're well coached. I'm taking Utah State.
Sammy?
I'm gonna stay with the flow. I've got the Aggies. I got Utah State. I just think that Big East is not as strong as we look at. Utah State, obviously, I like the style they play. So I'm gonna take the Aggies in this one over the Cats.
Yep, I agree. I've been a Utah State fan for the last few years. They seem to always kind of make it into the tournament right around this 9 seed. And I agree. I think the Big East in general is kind of overrated. I feel like Villanova shouldn't be an 8 seed. Even though I do think St. John's got a little bit hurt by a 5 seed. That was weird. But the Big East overall I don't think is that strong. So I'm going to go with Utah State as well. Then, fun matchup, last year's kind of Cinderella team that everybody wanted to be a Cinderella, High Point, taking on Wisconsin, who surged in the Big Ten tournament. Jordan, how do you feel about this Big Ten team?
Oh, this one's tough for me because High Point, again, has all the makings.
This one is tough.
The Cinderella team.
I feel like Wisconsin is dangerous.
Wisconsin is
Very dangerous.
But High Point has the magic going for them. They've had some great calls by their AV club. They got a guy that has only shot 4 2-pointers this season.
Yeah.
So you know he's a gunner.
Reminiscent of Max Hooper.
Yep, exactly. It's a very interesting game, but again, like I said, the Big Ten is too good. I think this year, I think Wisconsin beats them easy.
Sammy?
On Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, I agree with Jordan. I would like to be able to take High Point, but the way Wisconsin played down the stretch is just too notable. They got 2 high-level scorers that can put up 30 in a night. I wouldn't want to compete with that.
I would say, though, I wouldn't be shocked if that is the 12-5 upset.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if that happened. I just don't see any 12-5 upsets.
And then we got Arkansas and Hawaii.
Congratulations, Hawaii.
You made it.
Aloha.
Congratulations.
Aloha, great season.
Yeah.
They're not touching them.
Yeah.
They're not touching Calipari.
Have a nice flight home.
Have a nice flight
Have a
home.
nice flight home back to the island.
Have a nice
Darius
flight
Acuff
home.
and those boys, they're not playing. They're not playing around.
Yeah, you got a tough draw there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Arkansas moving on, unfortunately. BYU taking on the winner of Texas and NC State.
Does anybody see Texas beating NC State?
No.
I
Can't believe Texas is in the tournament, I'll be honest.
I kind of agree. Auburn didn't deserve to get in, but also Texas was strange.
Yeah. The Final Four was pretty tough.
Maybe it should have been Oklahoma. I don't know.
Yeah.
None of them were very
I don't know if
good,
any of
yeah.
those teams really technically were deserving
Exactly.
at all. AJ DeBanza, like, anybody want to fight for Texas or NC State?
I think NC State would give BYU a fight.
Texas is part of my empire, but I just don't see them being.
Yeah, I would go BYU because you had DeBanza,
Okay.
Rob. Yeah.
Good for the tournament.
Okay. And then we got Gonzaga, Kennesaw State. Is it another congrats to Kennesaw State to make the tournament?
This is my one, guys.
Okay.
I got Kennesaw beating Gonzaga.
Okay. Gonzaga
Why?
definitely
Yeah.
not as
Why?
strong as
Please
they've been in
explain.
the past.
Please explain.
I feel like Kennesaw has the aggressiveness and just the overall like offensive talent to go toe to toe with Gonzaga. Like their guards have not been their like strong suit this season. Graham Ike and Braden Huff have been their strong suits, and Braden Huff has been hurt for a lot of the season. I'm not the biggest fan of a lot of their guards, and I just think Kennesaw can pull it off, and they can have the big upset of the tournament.
Yeah.
So yeah, we haven't predicted any 15-2s. This is the big one I'm going to go with. Kennesaw
You're
over
going
Gonzaga.
Kennesaw?
14-3.
Yeah.
14-3. I just don't see Gonzaga losing this game. I'd be shocked if they do. I know they look vulnerable, but Gonzaga's got too much.
So no big upsets this year.
No big upsets this year. Well, we do got a couple 11 seeds.
There's always big upsets.
But,
There's always at least one or two.
just for your sake, you know what I mean, Malik? I'm going to go Kennesaw State, though.
Wow.
I'm going just because of
Thank you,
Malik.
Sammy.
I'm going because of
I
Malik.
appreciate that.
Jordan?
The Owls?
Yes.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
Owls.
Only thing I know about them is playing with them on NCAA football. So we're going with Gonzaga.
Yeah, let's do it. I think Gonzaga's better, but I have Gonzaga. A little spoiler. I have BYU beating Gonzaga anyway, so I'll ride the wave. I'll take an upset. I don't like Gonzaga, so I would take the Kennesaw State upset. That'd be a fun one. So let's go with it. All right, final part of the first round: Miami and Missouri. Malik, how do you feel about Trey Donaldson and the Miami Hurricanes?
I like Miami a lot. Yeah, I think what they've done this year is impressive. First year head coach. Trey Donaldson came from Michigan. He just became their floor general. Took a step up from last year. I like Shelton Henderson, their 5-star freshman. Big body, like 6'6", 240. He's just a bully going to the rim. They got some other shooters around them. I like Malik Rayno, big man they got from Indiana. I like how this team plays. And Missouri got in just like they squeaked by and got in.
Yeah.
And they can play tough, but they're not consistent enough for me, so I'm going Miami.
Where's this game being played at? St. Louis, Missouri. So I'm telling you right now, home court matters. Missouri's going to bring a lot of fans from Columbia over to St. Louis, and that's going to be a factor. It's going to drive Missouri, even though Missouri's either going to be wearing black or gold in that game against CU. I'm going to take the Tigers, pull up the upset against CU. Miami always has a history of choking in this tournament. They always have a history here.
Jordan?
This one made me real mad with the committee, whoever selected this tournament. For Missouri to even get in this tournament, to me, is a joke. let alone they get a home game.
I like Missouri more than Texas and Oklahoma.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
At
Like
least they're in a
they
play-in,
should have been the
though.
last SEC team. Also.
Missouri getting an at-large bid to me was crazy.
Yeah,
And
they
then-
should have got that 11.
Yeah, and
They
then
shoulda
to
got that
find
11.
out that they're playing a home game pretty much is crazy to me. But I think Miami wins pretty easily. But that's just me.
I think Missouri has a good chance. I think Mark Mitchell is pretty darn good. So I think they could pull it off. But I do agree. I think Miami's just playing a little bit better coming into the game. And but I do also agree with the sentiment from Sammy that Miami's also pretty vulnerable. So this could be a really close 7-10 matchup. But I'm leaning Miami just the way that they played down the stretch. Then you have our Big Ten champions, Purdue.
Congratulations, Queens.
Yeah.
Congratulations, first time in the tournament. Small school from Charlotte, North Carolina. Nobody really knew Queens outside of New York.
Slay Queens.
Congratulations, Queens.
All right.
You had a good run.
Yeah, Queens had a nice run. I know Purdue's history scares me. Remember they got upset by Fairfield Dickinson, but I'd be crazy enough to pick Queens. If Queens upsets Purdue, if they upset Purdue, I'll get Joey. I will get you a drink.
Matt Painter should be fired immediately on the
If
spot.
If Fletcher Lawyer keeps playing the way he's playing in the past 2 weeks, they're hard to beat.
Yeah.
Because when he's off, their offense sputters. When he's on, everything's working.
But what
So,
they did against Michigan, Braden Smith, what he did, 13 assists.
I think Dusty May also got outcoached.
Yeah, he
But
did. He got
yeah.
outcoached.
That was
Yes, he
Just again, if they lose, Matt Painter cannot leave the building. He's not allowed
be
back
back.
on the flight.
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
All right, here we go into the second round. Duke, Ohio State.
Congratulations, Ohio State.
Give me the blue.
Congratulations.
Great finish to the season.
Great
Yeah.
finish here.
Can we also, though, talk about how great of a job John Shire has done coaching this year?
They always have the talent advantage, but
He's finding
he's taking
He's
it to
made a
another
big step
level,
up.
and they buy into the brotherhood thing.
Yes.
Like they play good team basketball. So
Yes.
yeah, very, very impressive.
Well, having Boozer there helps a lot too.
Yeah, it does.
St. John's and Kansas. This is a good matchup.
Interesting.
I think St. John's can keep marching here. I think their defense is just good enough. Kansas, again, with their inconsistencies. I think St. John's could get into Darren Peterson's head a little bit, too, and we've seen that that's maybe one of his downfalls is some of his mental game. So I think I'm going St. John's, oddly enough.
I'm going to make a prediction here. I think at some point in the second half, I think Darren Peterson is going to get fouled, hit his first free throw, and then he's going to point at Bill Self.
Oh, no.
And Bill Self is just going to be red in the face and be like, no. And that's going to crack the team.
Yeah.
And they're going to go cold from there. And St. John's wins by 10. Darren Peterson's goodbye to Kansas will be against St. John's.
Sammy?
I'm going to take the Thread Storm. I think their guards are more experienced, and I just think St. John's more disciplined than Kansas. But like I said, it's a great coaching match between Rick Pitino and Bill Self. I trust Rick Pitino in this matchup.
Jordan, you defending Kansas or riding the St. John's?
You know, I will defend Kansas here.
Boo.
Just because I do Darren Peterson, as much of a whatever anyone wants to say about him, does he like basketball? Does he even want to play basketball? I think he's going to come out and he's either going to have the greatest tournament performance or he is going to actually quit halfway through the game and walk out.
Darren, do you like the game or what the game gives to you?
That's
What the game does,
Yeah.
does
what
for
I'm.
you.
But again, if he does play, I think he could have a phenomenal tournament run.
Flory Badunga versus Zubi Ejiofor is a great big man matchup.
Exactly.
Even though Zubi has a lot of weight on him, so he could punish him down
It
low.
all depends on which Darren Peterson shows up.
Yeah.
Because
And
they
to
could
be
either
fair-
be one of the better teams or they could be one of the worst.
They got some other wild cards that can go off for Kansas too.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
People, they debated whether Anthony Edwards liked basketball, too. And
Exactly.
He
This
turned
is
out
this
all
is
right.
even more extreme.
It's
The
more
Anthony
extreme.
Edwards one was pretty silly in retrospect.
Yeah. All righty.
Yeah, this guy's not showing up to game.
Here we go, Sammy. South Florida and Michigan State. Would you like to go first?
I can go last.
Okay.
Let me go last.
Jordan, how do you feel about Michigan State, South Florida?
You know what? I'm going to be honest. I like Michigan State in this matchup.
And I like Michigan State even if Louisville beats USF also.
Okay.
I think this game will be a lot easier for them compared to the first
You think
game.
them just getting past that first hump will be okay?
I think they'll be smooth sailing.
They should be a
for
Sweet
little
16
way.
team.
Yes.
That
should
might be where it stops, but they should be a Sweet 16
Yes.
team.
Yeah, I've said since the beginning that I think they're at least Sweet 16 bound. I don't know if they can get farther than that. But again, this is another scary matchup again with South Florida. If they win against Louisville, they'll be rolling as well. They're the kind of offense that could take advantage of Michigan State. But I just think the talent level is once again going to prevail. I think it'd be similar to the first round where it'll be scary, but I think Michigan State should be able to pull it out. Sammy?
This is similar, but not as scary. So I think Michigan State moves on. I got a little bit more confidence than I do against North Dakota State.
All right. And then we got UCLA and UConn.
I didn't even pick.
Oh, I thought you kind of intervened. Go ahead.
Michigan State moves on.
Sorry.
I wanted to pick South Florida, but yeah.
Okay. Well, in your heart.
Don't scare me.
So in your
You're
heart,
already scared.
I know I'm scared.
you can say it on the podcast to make sure that it's in writing that you got South Florida. UCLA versus UConn. Are we going to get a Big Ten tournament rematch, or is UConn going to keep marching?
I think Terrence Reed just destroys Xavier Booker and whoever else. Yeah. Mick Cronin versus Danny Hurley is the all-time
Yelling
intense.
match?
What is wrong with these dudes coaching matchup? Like they're gonna bring up take the attention from the players in a lot of time. There might be 3 technicals just from them. Somebody gets kicked out. I'll go UConn.
Sammy?
Huskies. I just think that it's going to be intense. Coaching matchup, it's going to be crazy. Malik, you're right. I think both coaches might get thrown out. So give me the Huskies.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Huskies, buzzer beater.
Jordan?
I'll take UConn also.
Yeah, this, again, if UCLA
Just a better team.
gets out of the first round and then has to play UConn with the injuries, I don't think they can go past it. Again, I would like to be able to pick UCLA, but I don't see it. Moving on down, we got Florida and Iowa.
Congratulations, Iowa.
Can we keep rooting for Bennett Sturts or?
Congrats, Iowa. You had a good run. Yeah.
How much 3 ball can we get?
Bennett Sturts has to go for 40. It's for them to
Florida's
have a
got
chance
too
of-
much
yeah.
size. Give me the game.
Yeah, come on.
Florida's got too much size.
Thomas Houck and Alex Condon are going to do some crazy things to Iowa. And
I think Florida is going to be really underrated just because of the way that they went out in the SEC tournament, but they're still a really good team. Does anybody want to defend Iowa at all, or just Florida straight through?
I'd like to defend them that
All
they
right.
can shoot the ball.
I mean,
but,
he's most
it's
likely
not
going to
gonna
outplay
happen.
Xavier Lee and Boogie Flan.
Yeah, it's
But
not-
yeah, the Florida's big men are too
it's
good.
just going to be too hard to stop.
All right, Vanderbilt and Nebraska. Is another Big Ten school going to get knocked out, or does their SEC kind of run end?
I got Vandy.
I got the Commodores. I
Just
think
voting against Nebraska ball all tournament long.
I don't trust the younger Hoiberg against Tyler Tanner. I can't trust it.
You don't trust
I'm
the
sorry.
walk-on?
I
Not in this match.
I trust Tyler Tanner here in this one. I think we're going to get a SEC rematch to Sweet 16. Give me the Commodores. I like Vandy.
Jordan, any addition?
I would like to see Nebraska win, but if you guys are all going Vanderbilt, I don't even have Vanderbilt getting into this game. So
Nebraska has to shoot out the gym to beat
Yeah,
Vanderbilt.
they got to go crazy.
Yeah.
good thing they won't be playing Vanderbilt.
You got McNeese beating Vanderbilt?
Why?
I'm kind of with Jordan. I wish Nebraska would win this game, but I do
like
think Tyler
Nebraska.
Tanner and Duke Miles are just playing too good right now.
Yeah.
Well, Tyler Tanner even struggling coming in, but I think if he gets going, they'll be hard to stop. VCU, Illinois. This is a sad matchup for me to have to see 2 teams that I really like go up against each other. But this is where I just think the talent is going to outweigh the other team, and I think Illinois would move on pretty easily against VCU.
I'll take Illinois too.
ILLINI.
Jordan?
I guess we're going with Illinois.
I mean, I don't want to leave you out.
I don't know. I'm not a VCU guy, so I was taking North Carolina on that one too.
Okay.
So. but yeah, we'll go Illinois. They can make a good run, I think, this year.
St. Mary's in Houston. Was it a good run for St. Mary's?
Congratulations, St. Mary's. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's a tough
Congratulations, DLC. You had a nice run, buddy.
Yeah.
one. Why do I feel like Houston always has the easiest cakewalk?
They do a lot.
in the finals?
They do.
They do a lot. I mean, like, I don't know. Patrick Ewing, I don't know. Can he be on the board or something? Maybe. I mean, he went to Houston.
Maybe you're onto something.
That's Elijah Wan.
Oh, keep it watching.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's all right.
yeah.
It's all
I
right.
apologize.
It's cool.
Five slam a jam.
Okay, moving back up to the west side. And we've got Arizona taking on Utah State.
I think Utah State can make this interesting for a little while, but then it's going to be good run Utah State.
Okay.
Good run.
Jordan?
Oh, sorry.
Again, I think Utah State got a bad seeding.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be in this seed.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have to deal with Arizona right off the bat here, but yeah, good season. Utah State. Arizona's going to be a tough one, I think, for a lot of teams.
I think this is going to come down to the final 4 minutes.
Hmm.
Okay? I think this is going to be
Anything is
tight.
possible.
Anything's possible. I think Arizona wins, but a buzzer beater.
I would love Utah State to win this game. I think they're a weird team for me. I know they've been basically dominant all season, but there's something about it. It's that feeling that I just don't believe in them. But I think this is a pretty easy win for them. I think their next matchup is going to be real, real fun. So, Wisconsin and Arkansas. Jordan, let's start with you.
I would like to take Wisconsin in this game, but I think Darius Acuff is too good of a basketball player for that to happen. Kyle Perry's team has been good all year. I like Arkansas.
Sammy?
I love Acuff's game. I do. But I'm going to flip it. Wisconsin's one of the most dangerous teams in the conference. I'm going to take Wisconsin.
Okay. Malik?
So this is a more interesting matchup than I think some people would realize. Like,
I don't know. I think a
Nick-
lot
I
of
think-
people understand that this
Good
matchup
game.
would be a lot of fun.
I think Nick Boyd and John Blackwell kind of match up well with Acuff and Malik Thomas.
Right.
Just a bunch of shooting and dynamic guard play on both sides. But
Tough
when-
getting
but-
to the rim.
Yeah, but when you get to Arkansas's big men, like
Yeah.
Trayvon Brazile is such a freak athlete and he can hit threes. He can be a nuisance for all of their big men on defense.
Right.
Billy Richmond is such a wild card athlete that can do everything and give you 15 plus. I think once you get to their athletes, that's when it separates. It's a fun matchup and could be close, but I'm going Arkansas.
Okay. Yeah, I think I agree. It would be nice to see the Big Ten win. But again, Arkansas, they got Acuff and Malik Thomas. Like you said, Brazil. Like, Wisconsin doesn't have that prototypical Wisconsin big either. So I just think Arkansas is going to win. And I think they're a better matchup into Arizona, honestly. So I'm going with Arkansas as well. All right. Wild second round. We got BYU and Kennesaw State. Malik?
It's time for the Owls to no. You had a good run.
Congratulations.
No.
Congratulations,
No.
Kennesaw
No.
State. BYU wins. Yeah.
Give me the Cougars.
AJ DeBansa might have 35 and 12 in this game. This is one of those big number games for AJ DeBansa.
Yeah. I think the NBA talent's going to show here.
Yeah.
Jordan, did you have anything to add? Or
If all I was going to say is if this is the draw that happens, yeah, DeBensta easily has a 40-point game here.
Miami and Purdue. Malik?
Underrated. Trey Kaufman-Wren versus Malik Reynaud. That is must-see, old school post-basketball. Just footwork and hook shots all day. And Trey Donaldson versus Braden Smith is really fun, too.
Does anybody have Miami?
You know what?
These are two teams that are prone to upsets.
I'm going to go Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sammy?
I'm going with the dynamic game of Miami
If this is
to
the
pop Purdue.
if this is the matchup, I absolutely don't trust Fletcher Lawyer.
A lot of people don't.
I don't trust. I just can't trust Purdue. But we're going Purdue. Then give me the Boilers. Give me the Boiler ups.
All right.
Even though I don't trust Fletcher Lawyer at all, period.
Jordan?
Yeah, I don't love Purdue here, but I think they would get it done. They should, at least. All their guys have been there for 8 years.
Yeah.
It's time.
I agree.
A lot of that team was on that team that was upset by Fairfield Dickinson. by Fairfield Dickinson.
Yeah.
Dickinson.
I think the ACC is pretty weak this year. I mean, I do agree that Miami's made a pretty good run.
Like I like their teams. I like
Yeah.
them a lot.
I get that. But I think Purdue, if they're going to keep up the way they've been playing, their first couple rounds could be pretty easy up until this next matchup, which will be real interesting. Midwest. Ooh, Michigan and St. Louis. Malik, give us the roundabout. Does Robbie Avila do anything against Michigan?
So I don't think it's a very good matchup for him, honestly, because Morez Johnson and Yaxel Lindeborg,
Right.
They
They
could all step out and defend him.
Right.
Now St. Louis has 3 to 4 guards that can all get hot and hit threes, and that could be a problem. Like I don't know if Elliot Cadeau has a big. This is where they're going to miss LJ Kaysen,
Yeah.
and Trey McKinney is going to have to step up and be really good in this one. I'm going to go Michigan, but I'm afraid.
Yeah. This is a game where Ade Mara could have a big game, but he
Yeah.
could also be exposed defensively because he'd have to be stretched out. He'd have to guard the three-point line.
Yeah.
So it's
They might try to follow Purdue's handbook with constant pick and rolls.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
pick
big,
and pop
big
with
men on
Robbie
guards.
Avila.
Yeah.
It would be weird. I think the talent of Michigan is just too good in this matchup again, and I think that's where they're going to prevail. But I want St. Louis to compete at least. That's what I want to see.
I think they will for at least
Sammy?
People are just gonna not like me for this. Okay?
Say it with your whole chest, Sammy.
I'm not gonna. Hey, I have this right here, buddy. So okay, but this is going to be a tight game, tie game. Oh, I can't do it. Give me Michigan. I can't. God. I
Jordan?
thought about St. Louis. I knew they had the shooters to beat them. They're going to follow Purdue's playbook, but Michigan ain't going to let it do it happen twice.
Yeah.
God.
It'd be a fun upset.
I know.
Not for the Michigan fans, but
I just don't see Michigan losing
Yeah.
in the early rounds to any. Like they are a good team.
Right.
They're a way better team than I think a lot of people are thinking.
agree. Texas Tech and
Other than
Hofstra.
Tech.
Texas Tech. Yeah. Congratulations, Speedy
It's
Claxton.
really going to be Akron versus Hofstra.
Yeah.
It's going to be a real exciting
That
game.
I would love Akron versus Hofstra. Big fan of that one.
That'd be fun. Every once in a while, we'll get the double-digit seed matchup. Yeah, Texas Tech, I think, pretty easy. Move on. Tennessee, Virginia. Like I mentioned earlier, I think this would be a really fun matchup. I like both these teams, kind of underrated going in. But I'm a big Virginia fan. I love the way they played down the stretch in the ACC. Again, like Malik said earlier, they gave Duke a run for their money. DeRitter has been playing really good. I just think they're just a little bit more talented than Tennessee. I would go Virginia.
I don't think Virginia's more talented than Tennessee.
No?
I think they've played as a better team basketball. But you got some guys like the Nate Mintz, the Jacoby Gillespies. Their big men are very athletic and can shoot a little bit. It could go either way, but I see Tennessee locking in
Okay.
and then pulling this one out.
All right.
So I'll
Jordan?
go Tennessee.
I really don't know much about either of these teams.
Pick an orange team.
Yeah, it's the battle of
Choose
the
your shade of
orange.
orange.
You want me to bring up the stats?
Yeah, let's look at some. I know Jacoby Gillespie.
We could have used this more.
Yeah, well,
You're just now
Well,
bringing
I
it
was
in.
trying
Could have been
Put it up.
comparing some
I was
players.
trying not to just because it doesn't scale well with the way
Yeah,
that I
we
have it
don't have to,
formatted.
yeah.
But for you guys can see it. The
Just
stream
for
can't really see
specific
it.
matchups.
Well,
Yeah, let me see their last
Virginia
one.
lost to North Carolina by 5. They beat the Buckeyes, destroyed NC State, got destroyed by Duke, but got close to them in the final. They blew out Miami.
okay.
They've only been blown out a couple times.
And then you
That's
got
it.
Tennessee. Tennessee, big win against Houston early in the season. Beat Louisville early in the season. Split with Alabama.
Lost twice to Vandy.
Lost to Vandy, but they beat Vandy early.
Give me Virginia.
Okay. I think it's a good matchup. I think it's
Yeah.
a fun matchup
I
either
think
way.
Tennessee has the better team. Is what it's looking like, but Virginia looks like they've been playing better, like how Malik was saying.
Give me the Cavs. Give me the Cavs. I just think it'll be a tight game. But I just think Virginia's team ball will be different.
Okay. Santa Clara, Iowa State.
Santa Clara, congratulations. It was a good run.
The dance ends
I hope
here.
Steve Nash is behind the bench
Steve,
helping them.
I hope you get
Yeah.
one win
Yeah.
out of this year.
Yeah, they're not touching the team
I
from
think
Ames.
Good run for Santa Clara.
Iowa State's too strong, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right. Back up to the top.
Is this the Elite Eight or the Sweet
Sweet
16?
16.
We're in the
Okay.
Sweet 16.
Yeah, we can speed up a little bit now because
Yep. It'll get a little bit quicker.
I got Duke.
Duke, St.
Yeah,
John's.
it's too much power, too much.
It's a good matchup, I think. I think it'll be tight, but I just think Duke, Boozer brothers, I think it'll be different.
Jordan, you're the Duke guy.
Too much offense. Duke
Yeah.
blows them out.
Yeah, I don't think St. John's, this is a good matchup for them.
St. John's can't score enough points, I don't think.
Yeah, they can slow teams down, but I think Duke's got just enough firepower. Not as much as they've had in the past, but still just enough to take care of business. Michigan State and UConn. Sammy, where do you want to go first? Or you want to wait till last again?
I'll wait till last, man.
All right, Jordan.
Oh, this is a tough one. UConn's got experience. Michigan State's got experience. Both had some weird struggles during the year. This one's just going to be for me. I'm going with Sparty. Give me Michigan State.
Okay. Malik, how do you feel about the Spartans?
I don't think they're an Elite Eight team, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Their flaws are too flawed. They could prove me wrong. They always have weird games where even if they don't shoot well, they still play well.
Mm-hmm.
So those two games, getting over those humps could like lock them in. But I'm going with Danny Hurley in this one in UConn.
Sammy?
Michigan State, I think they're going to win this one and set the rematch with Duke. I just think the reason why, Fears is a big game here. I think Kohler and Carr are gonna finally show their worth in this game against UConn. Expose the bigs of UConn inside.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is a good matchup. Like Jordan said, I think it's two middling teams that are really good but have struggled. I'm going to go with the homer pick. I'm going to take Michigan State as well. I do think it's a good matchup.
I
But-
feel like if Michigan State turns it into a dogfight, Michigan State-ish type game, they can get them.
They'll outdog the Huskies.
Yeah, they can out-hustle.
There's a way that they dog their way to an Elite Eight.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
possible.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to get at,
Yeah.
I think.
And I think this side of this part of the bracket is favorable for Michigan State. Again, once they get out of the first round, I think they can get going and look pretty good. So I'm going to go with them to make the Elite Eight. Then we'll go back down. We got Florida and Vanderbilt. Like Sammy said, the SEC tournament rematch. Do you guys think it goes the same way as in the tournament, or more like
I
the
want to
regular
go last
season?
in this one.
I think Florida gets their revenge. I think Vandy punched him in the face, and Florida they got knocked off and they couldn't regain their ground, and Vandy just took it all the way. I think Florida locks in for this one.
Okay. Sammy, what did you say?
I want to go last.
Oh, okay. Jordan?
Give me Florida.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
going to take the upset. I'm taking Vanderbilt. I think Vanderbilt must have found something in Florida during the SEC tournament.
It's possible.
I think that Vandy could do it again to Florida. I really do.
Okay.
I trust Tyler Tanner and Duke Miles over Xavier Lee and Boogie Flan.
Yeah, the guard matchup is tough for Florida.
Mhm.
I'm going to go with Florida, though. I still like their team. Alex Condon and Tom Howe, those guys can be elite shooters, and they can stretch the defense, make it tough. I think Florida, I agree. I think they're going to kind of have a get-right matchup. Illinois and Houston is a fun matchup, too, in my opinion. I'm going to keep riding with the Illini. Again, I just like their team. And Houston's another team like Arizona. I don't know. There's something about them that I never fully can buy into them. Even though Illinois kind of does the same thing. They tend to blow it a lot. But I just like the European team from Illinois. Jordan, let's go with you.
Ooh, this is going to be a tough one. Both teams have good NBA level talent. I've seen a lot of people online taking Illinois too. I'm gonna go with Houston.
Okay. Sammy?
I'm going to go Illinois. I just think that the European talent will be the difference here. I just think that Houston's, I didn't like, they played Arizona tough, but I just think that Illinois, more battle tested. I think the Big 10's more battle tested than the Big 12. So I got the Illini.
Malik?
I think Kelvin Sampson is going to have a defensive game plan to throw them off, kind of. Like when Michigan blew out Illinois in Champaign, I think this game could look like that. Like Mario Tugler and Chris Sinak, they're just as long as the Illinois bigs, but they're so much more agile.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's much you'll be able to do to like confuse those guys on picks and switching. They can all switch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I'm going with Houston.
Okay. I think we'll go with Houston just because I think Illinois, I like Illinois a lot, but I just think Houston is a good team still. So I won't argue too much about it. Let's just swing over to bottom of the Midwest real quick. Virginia, Iowa State, another two teams that I really like. Let's start with Sammy on this one.
I look at this matchup here. Virginia's had a nice run. I like Iowa State. I mean, like I've watched them play in the Big 12 tournament. I mean, they look good. I think once they're locked in, I think they're going to be a difference maker here. I just think the Cyclones, with their experience, moves on.
Okay. Malik?
I would also take Iowa State. Yeah, I think Josh Jefferson, Momcilovic, they've got some serious advantages. And I like Taman Lipsey, too, at point guard. Yeah, I'll take Iowa State.
Yeah. Jordan?
I'll go with the Cyclones.
Okay. Straight sweep. I would love for both of these teams to be on different parts of the bracket so they didn't have to play each other. But I agree. I think Iowa State's experience is just going to go too far. And I think their offense is a little bit more potent overall. Michigan, Texas Tech. Anybody got Texas Tech pulling the upset?
If they had JT Toppin, I think I'd take Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm.
But missing a top 3 big man in the country, and they have plenty of shooting, I think Christian Anderson is going to be an absolute problem against Elliot Cadeau. And Christian Anderson was committed to Michigan first under Juwan Howard, ended up flipping once Juwan got fired. So that's a little storyline. He's going to want to go off.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think the big man advantage wins out. I think Yaxel Lindeborg has a really good game.
I think Texas Tech's going to have a lot of issues with the bigs. I know they're very good defensively, but Michigan will probably be locked in by then. So I'm going to take Michigan.
Jordan?
Michigan wins by a lot, I think, here.
Yeah.
They got, I think, an easy walk.
Michigan's similar to State in a way that, like, if they get rolling, they're going to be really tough to beat.
They don't have too much people in the beginning, I don't think.
Right. Arizona, Arkansas.
This is a tough one.
This is a fun matchup.
Ooh.
I think I'm going to take Arkansas just because, like I said, something about Arizona, it just doesn't sit right with me. And I would love to see Darius Acuff just go crazy.
I'm going to follow your lead.
Nothing beyond that.
I think he's building his case for a top 3 pick. And I think against Arizona, he just, yeah. I think their team, they're so well balanced, especially their starting 5. And as long as they can stay healthy, I think Arkansas they're dangerous. Now, yeah, they could knock out Arizona.
Sammy?
Yeah, Arkansas.
I've got Arkansas. I mean, like, I just think, like I said, if Eckert goes nuts, Calipari can coach. Arizona really hasn't been they haven't been truly battle tested, but I know they've got some tests and all that, but
They had a somewhat difficult schedule near the end.
somewhat, but
Yeah, they had BYU, they had Houston.
I just think, honestly, I got to go with Calipari and Acuff. I just think that's going to be the difference there in that game.
Jordan?
I want Arkansas, and I think there's a very high possibility that Arkansas does get this done. If they just get out, run the floor, make it a track race, I think Arkansas can get them. But Arizona, I don't think's losing, guys. I think they are
That's
as
fair.
good as.
There's a good chance, but I just Arkansas, they look so when
They're
they're
both
at their
good. These are
best.
both
Yeah,
great
they look
teams.
as good as anybody at their best.
I agree.
And they've been like getting better every week.
Yeah. Well, we got Arkansas for the bracket, so we'll see what they can do. BYU, Purdue. Let's
Okay.
start with Jordan. and then we'll go to Sammy.
So I usually don't think that whoever has the most talent is the best in college basketball, but I am going to take BYU because I think AJ Dubinsta is that good of a basketball player. I just don't see what Purdue does to kind of stop him, who guards him throughout the whole situation. And I just think Purdue, they're wishy-washy. I don't think they can score. So I'm taking BYU.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to take Fletcher Lawyer to go to the Elite. I mean, Braden Smith, a very good point guard. Don't get me wrong, but Fletcher Lawyer in the Elite Eight's like my worst nightmare. Give me Purdue.
Malik?
I think Purdue has such a coaching advantage, but at the same time, when was the last time we trusted Purdue to make a run? Like, Rob Wright can go at Braden Smith all game.
Mm-hmm.
He maybe can get him in foul trouble. I wish they had Richie Saunders, man.
That's what I've been saying.
Richie Saunders would have destroyed Fletcher Lawyer. Oh, my God.
Well, the problem is if they had Richie Saunders, they wouldn't be a 6 seed.
Yeah. But, yeah, AJ Dubinsta, just a problem.
Yeah.
Kiba Keita, he's so athletic, but they're –
Yeah.
Purdue should win this game, but I'm just gonna go with BYU.
Yep. This is
Purdue
the
should win this
that
game.
Purdue loses it,
Yeah.
I think.
I'm going with BYU as well. Again, Dubinsta is just so good. And, man, if they had Richie Saunders, they might be my national champion, to be honest.
They've got
Kind of a
lot
surprise
talent.
national champion, but they had the potential to do it. So I'm picking
Making this run
BYU.
without Richie Saunders would be incredible if they could.
I agree, yeah. But I think they can do it if they really want. We hit everything? We did. All right. So now we got Duke, Michigan State. Where am I at?
Hey, Sammy, can I tell you something?
Yeah, Michigan State had a good – whoa. Michigan State had a good season, and they're not getting my Duke.
Congratulations, that team from East Lansing. Tom Izzo, you had a good run.
I think you're lying. I think we're going to see –
You got a great recruit class coming in next
I think
year.
you're lying because I think you're going to see Jeremy Fears is the next great it's next Cassius Winston. I mean, they get it by this far.
Whoa,
They had a rematch.
hold on,
They had a
wait.
rematch last week. They had a rematch. I know
Hey,
Duke
now.
won at East Lansing,
Hey, now.
but I'm telling you
Hey,
right
now.
now, Michigan State, if they're right where they're at right now, this is almost similar to the game when Duke played Michigan State a couple years ago back in 2019. I think if they're on here, I think they can give Duke a run for their money. I think you can beat Duke.
That doesn't mean they will.
I think
Michigan
they'll beat
State, you had a
Duke.
good season. You had a good season.
I think Michigan State beats
A
Duke.
lot to build on. Do you really?
Yeah, I think they'll beat Duke.
All right. Okay. I love the confidence.
I think they'll beat Duke.
The Slappy is back. Glad to hear
Listen, at this point, there's no way Michigan State isn't winning the national championship. I want you to just say it at this point. If they beat Duke,
I'm not saying it.
it's going to be
right now.
Michigan State, Michigan in the
saying
championship.
it
Okay.
right
Okay,
now.
just so everybody knows, when Sammy came in today, he was terrified
Yes.
of the North Dakota
I
State.
still am terrified.
Now his confidence is
Now
through
my
the
confidence
roof.
is back
Devils
up.
do not scare him.
He's feeling it once again. I love that the Michigan State Slappy is back. Glad to have you.
Good season, Spartans.
Jordan,
No.
how do you feel about this?
You want a controversial take that I will probably get a lot of flack for when I say it? Tom Izzo gets out-coached in this game by
Uh-oh.
John Shire.
Listen, it's things happen. Things happen.
Honestly, Tom Izzo's time, I think, in East Lansing needs to be done.
He's going all in on this one.
Yeah, I am. It's over for a lot of the old age coaches in the game of basketball, I think. And I think for him, he should step down. Especially, and this is going to be the game, I think, that proves it.
I think Malik and I said that like a few years ago now, and he's still around.
I'll let Michigan State fans that are angry do that from now.
Unfortunately, I do agree to a certain extent, just because I feel like he's this year especially something with Izzo it's really gotten to his mental. Like normally, in game, yes, he yells at
Passionate.
refs and stuff like that, gets really into it. But this year off the court,
Yeah, the post game stuff.
I
is-
feel like
yeah.
something's gotten to his mental that he just kind of has snapped, and I don't think it's a good look for him or his team.
The future is now, old man.
Which, unfortunately, this is a great run for Michigan State if they make it here
Yeah.
to Duke. But they played Duke really well in that first matchup, so I could see it. And It would be fun, but I just think Duke is just a better team, unfortunately. Let's jump over to Arkansas BYU. What a matchup we get here in the Elite Eight.
I'm going to be serious about this one. Great season, BYU. Great season.
Darius
Yeah.
Radcliffe, Final Four.
This,
Give me
well, yeah,
Arkansas.
but without your best two guard, having this season is great. But yeah, Arkansas, at this point, they're on a real roll.
Yeah, I agree. If Arkansas is making it past Arizona, they are really
Yeah.
rolling, and they would be hard to stop.
This is one of those Cal teams that it's been a while since he's made a run. This could be a team that does it.
Yeah. Does anybody want to defend BYU?
No.
Unless someone has a generational game.
Which
no.
AJ DeBanza does have the potential.
Oh, 100%.
But-
Yeah, Arkansas as a starting five, too good at that point. If they beat Arizona,
Right.
yeah.
All right. Now we got Florida and Vandy.
No, I
No,
know.
you have Florida
Oh,
beating.
my
Vandy.
bad. I
Yeah.
just
Florida, Houston.
I was like, that's not right.
Florida, Houston.
Florida Houston. That's a fun matchup too. Did they play last year?
I don't think so.
Can't remember.
I can't. Yeah, can't fully remember, but
I'll go real quick just because I think this would be similar to Arkansas. If Florida is rolling, I think they're really rolling at this point, and I think they can take advantage of Houston just because of the size.
Yeah, I think Florida moves on. I think Florida too much size.
It'd be a very good game.
I think so too.
I see this as a Kingston Flemings and Emmanuel Sharp game.
Mm-hmm.
I think them two can really take advantage of Florida's not shortcomings, but underwhelming.
Yeah, their
play
guard
of
play.
their
We
back-
know guard
yeah.
play is really
They paid
important.
them a lot to come to Florida this season, and they haven't been the reason why they had this seed.
Right. Guard play is a big part.
So I would go Houston.
Okay. Jordan?
Yeah, I'm how you said about if Florida makes it here, they'll be rolling. I think if Houston beats Illinois, they'd be kind of running good. And like I said, Houston does play really good defense. It'll be a good game. I'll take Houston in it.
Okay. Does anybody have a tiebreaker scenario?
Flip
It's always
coin.
hard when we got four of us, but
Flip a coin.
anybody got a way to
Yeah.
just kind of push it over the top, convince me?
I just think Florida.
Kelvin
size.
Sampson.
Size.
Even though Todd Golden just won a national championship.
I'm not a Kelvin
But-
Sampson fan.
That is strange.
I know.
Kelvin Sampson seems like everything you love about basketball. How can you not be a
I
Kelvin
don't know.
Kelvin
Sampson?
Sampson can choke at
He's
times.
like the coach you would
Kelvin
love.
Sampson
All
can
right, you
choke
know
at
what?
times.
Fine. Houston's going forward. I'm a bad
That'll be a
basketball
good
fan.
game, though.
Michigan, Iowa State. Malik, do you want to go first or?
I feel
last?
like at this point, if they get here, they're comfortable in the situation without LJ Kaysen.
Okay.
And their big men are playing great basketball, so I'm going, Michigan.
Jordan?
Yeah, I don't love Michigan. I don't want to say they have such an easy way through, but I think they win this game easy.
I think Michigan goes down in this game. I got Iowa State. I just think that Iowa State's balanced. I think if they play pick and roll like Purdue exposed them in the Big Ten Championship game, I think Iowa State's got the athletes to do it. I think they're going to do it to Michigan.
Right above my head. Iowa State, baby.
Color me surprised, Sammy. Color me surprised.
I'm going with Iowa State though too.
I'm not surprised you picked Iowa.
But so Iowa State in this scenario is the same as what we've been talking about. If Iowa State has gotten this far, that means they're rolling. And when they're rolling at their top level, their three-point shooting is great.
We're all going with the rolling
But not
Right.
really.
philosophy.
I mean,
They
this,
We're all
wouldn't
going
have
with the
played
rolling
anyone.
philosophy.
this is kind of where the, huh?
They still wouldn't have played anyone that they would have had to beat Virginia.
Yeah.
Virginia would be a good win.
But,
I know, but that'd be at the end.
But-
But saying before,
but
they,
you
they
still
wouldn't
are
be,
getting
like,
that-
rolling or nothing.
But you're still getting that momentum though of winning. And Iowa State's offense, I think, is really potent. They play really good defense. This is where Malik talking about the guards. I think Iowa State's guards could give Michigan some problems. And this is LJ Kaysen being gone.
Most teams with good guards
Right.
are
Purdue tore them to shreds. Let's not forget.
And then you got Momcilovic, who could go off for 30 almost, we've seen at times. Joshua Jefferson has been weird, I think, this season, but
Him versus Yaks will be a big time matchup.
Yeah.
2-point forward-ish guys that can go out to the
Right.
That'll be a big time matchup.
So I would love this matchup in general. I don't think I would care who wins this matchup. And because we have Malik, I'm going to pick Michigan to go forward. All right, Final Four. Kind of interesting. We got Duke and Houston, a 1 versus a 2. Offense versus defense. Who wants to start? Jordan, you want to start since it's Duke?
Oh, give me Duke.
Okay.
I think their offense is too much. The Boozer twins. Like I said, Duke's got a lot going for them right now, and I think if they get Houston, they'll be fine. I feel like if they get Florida, they'll be fine too. Either way, I think Duke makes the championship game. I think the championship game is where it gets hard.
Okay.
I think this is where Duke missing their point guard might hurt. I think Caden Boozer is like a 4-year player.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he's gonna do anything really against Kingston Fleming's. I don't know. I don't
Sammy,
know.
you want to give some insight?
I'm gonna pick Houston here. I got defense always travels. If Duke goes on a cold streak, Houston, I think they defend well. I think the Cougars knock out the Blue Devils here, and defense beats offense.
You know what? I'll ride with Sammy. I'll go Houston.
Oh, jeez. I'll let you guys choose. We'll go Houston since I'm a fake basketball fan. And I should like Kelvin Sampson. I think we picked Duke to go all the way against Florida last year. I think we had Florida unanimous.
Yeah, we had Florida winning it last year.
But I think it was Florida versus Duke. So let's change it up. Let's put Houston in the final. And then we got Arkansas, Michigan.
Darius Acuff is going to destroy Elliot Cadeau. It's not funny. It's not. Man. And then I don't want to talk about Namari Burnett. Malik Thomas is Arkansas.
Wow.
Arkansas.
You made it to the Final Four, Malik.
Yeah.
Jordan?
I'm not even a Michigan fan. And I'm over here taking them all the way. Yeah, that's a good game. It's another good game. It really depends on what.
I don't see what Dusty May draws up, or one of the assistant coaches draws up to stop their guards.
That's true.
Yeah, and then they have bigs to like play tough with Michigan's bigs. Ademar would have to have the game of his life, and Yaxel would have to too.
That's more I'm thinking. I don't like Yaxel, but if he has big games throughout the tournament, I think Michigan has no problem. But if he has stinker games where he drops 7, then they're in trouble. Give me Arkansas, I guess.
You know, Michigan's going to have a home crowd because, Champaign, Auburn, Indianapolis down I-69, from 94-69. They'll have a home crowd advantage there. But like I said, Darius Acuff, he's from Detroit. He's going to have a big game.
Yeah.
He'll tear Michigan up to shreds. Give me the Razorbacks. Give me John
They'll tear them
Calipari.
to shreds, huh?
Yep. This will not be close.
We
Give
got
me
the
Arkansas.
hometown team versus the hometown kid.
You like how I abandoned my teams in Nebraska and Michigan?
Yeah.
I just gave up on my teams.
Yes, you
Jeez.
did.
Yeah.
Bailed on Nebraska in the first round.
Having hope in March is not easy.
Man,
It's not
wild. It would be wild to have Houston, Arkansas final.
Yeah. A lot of people think Duke, Michigan would most likely be the thing.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's a nice shakeup we got.
yeah. Let's do
Houston,
it.
Arkansas.
I like Darius Acuff's game. Arkansas they were one of my preseason.
Him versus Kingston Flemings is a all-time draft. Like,
Yeah,
let's settle this on the court.
yeah. Arkansas was one of my preseason teams that I really liked. They struggled kind of mid-season a bit, and then they've really turned it back on late in the season this year. I don't think they're making it to the final necessarily, but I would love for this kind of matchup to happen where nobody really sees it coming. So let's do it. Then we got Houston, Arkansas as a final.
I'm going to go Houston.
Can Houston finally pull it out?
I think a 1 or 2 seed wins the championship. Yeah, it will be a great run by Arkansas, but I think a 1 or 2 ends up winning. Whether it's Duke, Michigan, Houston,
Oh, if we're taking
Awesome.
Arkansas
We'll
all the
take
way
Houston.
here, we got to take them.
I understand that, but
Yeah, I'm going to take Arkansas. I'm going to take Arkansas. I take Acuff, hometown kid, Detroit. He's going to lead it. Calipari gets his redemption tour, gets another national championship.
listen,
I'm gonna
I
take the
have
Razorbacks.
no issue with being overruled. I have no issue with being overruled.
Would this not be like Calvin Sampson's worst nightmare? to make it back again and lose again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It would be tough.
Arkansas.
Arkansas national champion.
Arkansas national champs.
What a time to be alive.
That is wild. Views from the
My
sideline.
bracket's going to be a little bit different.
Yeah,
Oh,
mine
yeah,
will be a
my-
lot
just a
different. Might be a lot different.
Mine too. Let's. What do we want the tiebreaker to be? How many total points?
How many total points? This is going to be a scoring game.
100.
In my head, I'm saying it might end in the high 70s.
Yep. So let's go
Yeah,
145.
like 78,
yeah.
74.
I always click a random.
153.
I always click a random number. All right. Submitting the bracket.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, I can't zoom out. There we go.
What a bracket.
So there we go.
What a bracket.
Kind of an odd bracket, but hey, that's how the views from the sideline goes sometimes.
Yeah.
And we got Duke, Houston, Arkansas, and Michigan in our Final Four with Arkansas taking it down.
Listen, first time since 94. Arkansas won way back in 90.
All for
Corliss
Arkan-
Williamson.
All for Arkansas to get upset by the Rainbow Warriors round one.
Yeah, we might have jinxed them, but that's all right. It's been fun. Anybody have any final thoughts about the tournament? Maybe everybody go through and pick one of your favorites outside the box. Jordan, you got one?
What are we talking about? Just our
Just-
favorite.
Just a team that you like outside of kind of the norm.
Okay, so a team that I would say that we should all look out for, we should all have some fun with, is I'm going to go with, I still think Iowa. Iowa's my team that I think
Listen,
could make a big noise.
Is
in the
Bennett
tournament.
Starks going to be the March guy?
It could
it's
be
possible.
Their whole team shoots. They could all get hot. You never know, and you just lead the way. So I like them for my fun team this year.
You know
Sammy?
what? Iowa State may be my team to watch. I think Iowa State, I really like the Cyclones. I mean, they're well coached. I mean, I think, the way they played, I like their style of play. I think Iowa State could be a team to really watch for. Besides Michigan State, but Iowa State.
I like Miami. Florida, not Miami of Ohio. And I've really just liked what they've rebuilt since falling off last year. Jim Larinaga leaving because he was just done with this era. They bring in the new coach, new players, and they all just gel. It's a good mix of experience and youth. And yeah, I just enjoy watching Miami. So yeah, they're a team to watch for me.
Yeah. Even though we kind of took them far, I think BYU is one to watch just because of the AJ DeBansa. He's got a lot of hype, and for good reason. I think VCU, Illinois, and Virginia, those are all the teams that I'm going to be watching for. I think VCU could get real dangerous just because of the volume shooting. And just, they have some guys that have been there for a bit. So that would be my double-digit seed to watch out for. But other than that, I like Illinois to maybe make a deep run, and hoping that the Big Ten can actually figure something out this year. Yeah, so that's it. That's our bracket. Views from the Sideline 2026. We will put out a description on our bracket to talk about the potential winners, and then so anybody that wants to join, we'll share the link in the comments so you guys can submit your brackets as well, and we can all kind of compete against our Views from the Sideline bracket, which I don't think is going to do that well, actually. But it's fun to do. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in a couple weeks when Malik and I recap some of the tournament. See you next time.